Terry, a narrow defeat tonight. In the second half, your team gave that a real go, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could have been out of sight first half with the amount of chances they had. You know, Scott coming in for his debut seemed to sort of be a little bit too, you know, the pressure of wanting to do well, and he came out. But I just think that it was like a sickening injury, and I think we was playing well up until then. And as soon as you know, I mean, it was really sickening. I think there were teeth on the pitch and everything. It was so bad, and it seemed to sort of throw us. It was another obstacle that we had to sort of overcome. And then I think the changes we made didn't really help us. You could see the rustiness up that left-hand side after that. And they had, must have had about 4 or 5 sort of good chances. And Scott, you know, first of all redeemed himself with a penalty. I thought it was a great save, and he made 4 or 5 really good saves after that. And it could have been put to bed. But I mentioned at half-time about the Gillingham game, which we should have put to bed, and I said that now we've got to, you know, so I'm going to give you 5-10 minutes to go out there. If there's no change or we don't see a change in the tempo of the game, I'll make changes. And then it was a little bit better, but we just felt that the crowd needed a lift because, you know, after Stephen's injury, that's the first time under me we looked really edgy in possession. We haven't done that all year. Changed it a little bit second half, bringing Morgan on and Grant, and I thought they were both a real handful. I thought Grant's movement was exceptional in getting on the ball. He showed no fear. He was taking people on at will. Morgan was running up the channels. He was coming short when we needed to. And we started to create a little bit of a tempo and put them under pressure. And I think the last sort of 20-25 minutes, just before the extra time, I thought we were camped in their half. We had numerous corners. Then we get a penalty. Then Morgan steps up. I walked out. I've not seen it, but you know, I think Morgs was really disappointed with it. But again, it would have been another draw at the end of the day because I don't see us. He was like huffing and puffing, and their goalkeeper ended up. I think he made sort of 3 fantastic saves. It was the penalty save, and there was 2 really good ones after that. I think one from Byron Webster, which I don't know how he kept that one out, to be fair. And you know, there was one from Morgan again later on. So we sort of went back to what we was doing before, which was chasing the game, giving away a stupid goal to one of our ex-players. When you're down there, it sort of doesn't get any easier, does it, with Geordie coming back and scoring against us. And you know, again, you sort of have a look at the table afterwards, and it's still 6 points, but the games are running out. So now we have to dust ourselves off and dust ourselves down. I told the players that after the game. We'll reassess on Thursday, but then we've got to go again. And we can't let things get behind us. But what I did say was that the edginess and a little bit of fear that crept in, that's not acceptable. We've got to show the supporters that we're going to be on the front foot, and we're really going to take the game to teams. Second half we've done that, but first half we was nowhere near.
You mentioned the horrible injury to Stephen Kingsley. What did you make of the role of their player in the injury, Terry?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say anything sort of bad of the lad, but the one thing I did know is he weren't looking at the ball. That's all I can say on the matter. If I'm proved wrong, if I'm proved otherwise, but you know, it was just such a sickening injury, and he's a strong boy, as you've seen, Kingsley, and for him to be sort of knocked like that, no, it was a bad one, and hopefully he's going to be all right. We're just still waiting for the physios to come back to us, but it seemed to take an eternity for him to sort of come round and be okay. And then after that, the ref seemed to sort of take a bit of a backtrack, and you know, I think he lost the game after that. And there was a few. Listen, the penalty was a penalty. I grant him that. But afterwards, the sort of, I don't know. I just think they all seemed to sort of lose the plot within the game.
And Adam Morgan, obviously, he took the penalty against Gillingham and was the hero. You say he's disappointed with this penalty, is he?
Yeah, he was disappointed. He just said it afterwards. But listen, you've got to stand up and be counted, and he's done that. He came on, and I thought him and Grant were fantastic. The reason why I didn't start Joel tonight is I felt he could come on and affect it at some point of the game, not when it's all tight and the team's at their fittest and their most compact. When the game opened up, I knew that he'd be able to come on and make an impact again, and he definitely done that. I thought the deliveries into the box, and the way that he tried to get the game back was fantastic, along with Morgan. So for us, it was a positive second half, but you know, we're running out of games to take the positives from games, but you know, it was back to the old Yeovil, I'm afraid.
You mentioned the games. I mean, 12 games left. You're going to need 6 wins, so it's winning 50% of the remaining games. How realistic is that now?
Well, we've got to believe it's realistic, and once you do get that win, then all of a sudden you can start to look and rope teams in. But we've got to look at the team in front of us first. We can't keep looking above at the line and thinking that's just going to come towards us. It's a massive game now on Saturday. Hopefully we can get a little bit more of a partisan atmosphere, because I don't think we gave the supporters enough first half. I think we gave them a little bit more second half, and they did get behind us. But we've got to come out the traps flying, and we didn't do that tonight.